in Garden City.
New information emerging about the deadly shooting of a Detroit police sergeant inside her home.
She's being identified as Sergeant Elaine Williams. According to her LinkedIn page, she's a 14-year veteran of the Detroit Police Department. Chief Craig describes her as a rising star.
She was shot inside this house in Garden City. Police found a second person who had been shot outside the home.
This is all unfolding on Belton Street in the area of Inkster and Cherry Hill Road. Now we're learning new information about what may have happened. 7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzer is live in Garden City with that new information. Jim.
I can tell you that Sergeant Elaine Williams' family and friends are gathered at her mother's house over in Westland, not far from here. A very tough afternoon for them. And I can tell you she lived here in this house with her 2 sons and her boyfriend. The family says who is the killer. They certainly want justice. More on that in a minute. Detroit Police Chief James Craig says she was a rising star, about to take the lieutenant's test, and a model police officer.
Just did a phenomenal job. She certainly is a tremendous loss, but her legacy certainly will live on.
Sergeant Elaine Williams was a 14-year veteran of the Detroit Police Department who had moved through several assignments, including major crimes. Her murder was not job-related, but domestic violence. Williams' family says she had a boyfriend she called a drunk and sloppy, told her family on Saturday she was throwing him out. Family was told he came over last night allegedly drunk. Family was told Williams was shot in the head. Then the boyfriend faked his own shooting in front of the house. Garden City Police not confirming these details with us, only saying a second shooting victim was in front of the house. Neighbors heard gunshots late last night.
I just heard what I thought were fireworks, like the old-fashioned fireworks that you throw on the street.
Williams was a single mom who had 2 sons, ages 14 and 4. The Detroit police chief not releasing any details on the shooting, but says Sergeant Williams will be missed.
She touched so many people. I guess the best way to describe her, she would be someone that when she walked into a room, the room would light up.
And the chief says he personally knew Sergeant Williams because she worked in his neighborhoods program. She would brighten his day when he was having a bad day. He also says there will be a Detroit police presence, support for her at her funeral services because she was an outstanding officer. Funeral arrangements are still pending. Live in Garden City, Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.
So sad. All right, thank you, Jim. A big